Hi, this is your boy Dijon Mustard. I really wasn't gonna show my face, but I finally decided to do it. I mean, I have a 4K webcam that I use for work, so might as well show my face. I don't want to hold this up too much. Let's just react to this really quick.
Hardly, no.
Worth it.
The best part of Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League after playing it for a few hours is the story, and yes, it certainly seems like you will be killing characters you know and love.
Hey, your face always looks so... what?
Lots of death happening here. That's also a big part of the problem I have with the entire premise. I can't help but shake that there's no way Rocksteady is going to let any of this stick. Our heroes have done terrible things.
Here's the thing though, before the video keeps going, I just want to say, no matter what they what rating they give it, because I know it's been getting pretty shitted on, I'm not gonna lie, but no matter what rating they give it, I think I'm gonna still play it. I honestly feel like I'm gonna still play it. And I mean, I'm gonna probably make a walkthrough on it. Now, whether I complete the walkthrough or not, it just depends on how good the game is. And also how grindy it is, because I heard it's grindy as hell. Let me play this real quick. I heard it's grindy as hell, so we'll see how grindy it is.
That comes along and washes away all of the terrible awfulness.
I like how Green Lantern looks though. He looks pretty nice.
From enslaving a child form of poison ivy to straight up watching your heroes murder people, there's a lot here to make you feel a bit uncomfortable about the journey you're being taken on.
Enslaving a child form of poison ivy? That's new.
What?
And when you pair this disconnect
he mean
with
by
game
that?
mechanics straight out of the likes of Destiny, Anthem, or Marvel's Avengers, I'm left worried about the final
Yeah, I mean, this part I also don't like. Like, I've never played Marvel Avengers, but I don't know. I just don't. I mean, I've played Assassin's Creed Valhalla, and it's one of my favorite Assassin's Creed games to play for the first hour. And then after that, it's so grindy that I just give up. But
product coming together in a way that works. The fun just wasn't there for me.
Does it look like King Shark has tattoos? That's pretty cool.
In more detail. The story has
pretty
its
cool if he
moments,
does.
yes, and the team banter, at least during the cutscenes, is when Kill the Justice League is at its best.
Awesome.
Aw, he's so sweet. He's not gonna make it.
The cutscenes have clearly been given a lot of love. Meanwhile, the character models look great, the voice acting is on point.
The character models do look great. Like, let me just go back really quick. Look at this, dude. This does look really good. How did Captain Boomerang get the Speed Force? That's apparently something he has in this game.
The voice acting is on point, and there are a lot of moments where I genuinely laugh thinking this could be enough to carry me through the messy and tired open world missions. While they could reverse time to fix the morality issues at play, chances are that will be difficult given the planned expansions, story additions, and gear chases coming later.
Suicide Killer will have regular post-launch seasonal updates, earnable at no additional cost. Throughout playing the game will include content, playable character, mission gear
in the form of free updates.
I mean, once I complete the story, I'm not doing any of the side missions unless there's a
Justice League.
What is it called? Unless there is a DLC and the story is that good.
To be a child. But hey, they punch Boomerang for putting a bomb in her head. So let's move on from that whole enslaving a child thing. I get it's poison ivy and this is kind of Waller's thing, but I'm using it to illustrate a point. All of these things in one package feels like an odd mix. Rocksteady had a winning formula with the Batman games.
They really did.
Is trying to write a completely new book, but so far, lightning is not in this bottle. A live service game from Rocksteady is not what I had on my wish list this year. The team is single-handedly responsible for making some of the best combat I have ever experienced. The Predator sections in the Arkham series also allowed you to tackle them with stealth or brute force, adding further flavor and variety to Bruce Wayne's vigilantism. To this day, in fact, you can find ridiculous takedown montages on YouTube and TikTok for Batman Arkham Knight. Unfortunately for Suicide Squad, once the fun story bits end, you're left with a much less inspired combat system, and an open world that's filled with tedious tasks that are more about grinding through traditional tropes like point defense or collect the material and turn it in. There are shining moments with the combat, such as the powerful feeling of takedowns, and there does seem to be some depth to the build variety, but you'll do it surrounded by teammates who won't shut up with their quips, which quickly becomes annoying.
Feels good to be an apex predator.
Chill, but that's just
See, I'm 50-50 on the quips just because I've seen some other videos on this. This is my first time seeing this specific video, but some people, they're like, hey, the story is really good, the character chemistry is really good, so it sounds like the quips are gonna be good, but from his side, he's saying it's annoying. So I mean, I don't know, it's one of those things where you really gotta experience it, I guess.
my UX design.
Sometimes it's to the point that you'll get 2 to 3 lines of dialogue overlapping while you're just waiting for your crew at a checkpoint. And when the combat does start, it has its fun moments, but it also has weird issues like long animations to regen your shield, or you'll get knocked out of an animation for unclear reasons. I thought it was just me, but it also happens in this provided footage straight from WB.
Jesus.
Well, we have this provided boss
This
fight footage
game
against
just has so many colors. Like, look at all the colors around the screen. And this isn't even like to the max. Watch, I'll show you.
Flash to reference. I just want to mention that I found this fight incredibly annoying. There's no indication of where the Flash is
See, right.
times,
Okay, I'll
and
stop.
he's the
But I mean, you
Scarlet
guys get
Speedster,
the
so he's just
you guys get the
constantly
point.
zipping around the map. That didn't make the
There's
fight
so many
hard. It just
colors.
made it frustrating. You get a handful of shots on him before he teleports to the next location, so you're just trying to chase him down or catch him standing in one spot long enough to get hits in before he does it all again. I do wish there was a bit of a he's down, get him moment, but unfortunately it seems like that trope wasn't used here. Now, WB also sent over some footage of an experienced Shark player wrecking shop, so I'll include some footage of their gameplay in this video preview to show what it looks like when someone has played for hundreds of hours versus a couple of hours at a preview event.
See, the one thing I liked about Arkham Knight and that I didn't like about Gotham Knights is in Arkham Knight, if you made Batman overpowered, the enemies don't level up with you. And I really like that. Like, I like having overpowered characters. But the thing about games like this is when you make your character overpowered, the enemies also level up with you. And it's like, well, I mean, you're still overpowered, but I don't want the enemy to level up with me. I want them to feel like they're I want to feel like I'm max overpowered. You know what I'm saying? Like, and plus all these numbers, all these colors, all these shields, I don't know. It's just a lot. That's pretty cool,
In the
though.
open world, however, missions tend to favor many of the tired and true types, which makes them feel a bit like uninspired filler. Like, stop me if you've heard this one before, you defend a point from waves of enemies that spawn. Sound familiar? Now imagine every time you defeat a handful of these enemies, you just stand around waiting with nothing to do. This was exactly what happened during one of the core story missions, and the padding feels completely unnecessary. When the next quest started,
Bro, look at King Shark. Look at all the colors and look how it's like blurry around
feels
him, you
completely
know?
unnecessary. When the next quest started, I stood there while Amanda Waller called my character on comms and bantered with Poison Ivy before sending me back to the other end of the map to save citizens in a flying bus that looked like it's straight out of Fortnite.
There is no way.
At least the
That
Riddler
literally
puzzles
looks
are
like
making
it's
a
out of
return from the
Fortnite.
Arkham games, bringing at least one familiar fun activity to Suicide Squad's Metropolis.
Within this city's fiscal stash, Lex Luthor sits upon your cash.
At least I hope they're fun because I didn't actually get to solve any of them. The potential saving grace for all my gripes could be that the whole combat system comes together a lot better when you get to sit down and actually make a build, which we didn't have a chance to do right away at the preview event. For some context, we started playing through the same tutorial from the beta and picking a character, Deadshot in my case. After that, we jumped straight into Chapter 3 where I tried out Shark because the character I
Yeah,
had been
I'm
playing
definitely
on was
not gonna
taken.
play as
What I
Deadshot.
didn't
He's like
realize
my
was that
least
Chapter
favorite out of
3
all of
gives you
them.
complete build
My
control,
first, I
and
think it
having
would
played on
actually
a
be
different
Captain
class, it took
Boomerang
me a
or
bit of
King
our
Shark.
session to get
It's
warmed
hard
up
to say.
the
I might
new
flip a
movement
coin.
mechanics
Second
Shark
would be
has
Harley,
compared to Deadshot.
and then Deadshot's
If
on
we
his
look
own.
back at that provided Flash
Maybe if
gameplay,
they
it
added
looks like
that
the
one
player has
guy
a
from
good grasp at
the Suicide
movement,
Squad
but
movie
it
that
all
was played
comes
by
back
Idris
to similar
Elba,
core
I like him.
mechanics.
And then
Aim
also
gun,
the other
shoot
guy that was
gun,
played
and
by
those
John
core
Cena.
mechanics in a game like Destiny
That would have been
really
cool.
save it. Here, it just feels samey across the board, even with each character's abilities sprinkled in. I didn't really get time to look at my gear stats and throw something together to try out, but I did try a build recommendation from Jack Hackett, production manager at Rocksteady, but again, I didn't really have enough time to get used to how it's supposed to flow together. However, his excitement about the build possibilities does continue to give me a glimmer of hope. To give you a taste of what you'll be looking at in terms of complexity, there are weapon afflictions that attach an elemental effect to weapons like Deep Freeze that does cold damage for a period of time. Penguin will let you craft new weapons, shield mods, traversal mods, or grenades. And there are some interesting guns here like Bugs A-Poppin' that will not do damage to a Terminant, but will slow down every enemy within 10 meters. And there was this one slot machine grenade that was also pretty fun. Each character also has a skill tree they can upgrade, cool. And all of that is on top of weapons. I don't know what character that is, but she looks pretty cool. Together to give you passive buffs when you pair, say, 2 Gizmo gear pieces together to do more burning damage. But with the trade-off that grenades do 50% less damage, but have a 100% chance to burn all enemies. I know I've been really hard on Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League in this preview, and believe me, I really want to be wrong about it. Not only is Rocksteady one of my favorite developers, but this genre is one I've spent far too much time in across Destiny, Anthem, and yes, even Marvel's Avengers. But while there is a story here that makes me wonder where the heck it's all going, I left the preview even less optimistic than when I came in. Here's hoping Suicide Squad wins me back when it releases on February 2nd. Are you excited about Suicide Squad? Let me know why.
Man, oh man. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I was really excited about it, but here's the thing. After I played Gotham Knights, just games like this, because I didn't play Marvel's Avengers, so I didn't know what all the negativity was about. But after I played Gotham Knights, like I was so excited to play as Red Robin or Tim Drake. And then I just stopped playing it, bro. I didn't even get halfway. Like, I was like, bro, I have to earn the traversal. And then you have to earn so much stuff. You have to build so much stuff. Like, I like a game where, you know, you do get to invest in the characters. But I'd rather have a game where you unlock abilities, like a skill tree, rather than a game where you craft and explore and do all of that. But I mean, that's just personal preference. So, you know, it is what it is. I'm still pretty, you know, somewhat excited for this game. I'm going to play it. I want to get it on launch day. But we'll see how that goes. Yeah, if you guys like this type of video, you know, make sure to like and subscribe and keep an eye out for the next one.